just had this dream that I woke up in a $3 million luxury villa. I'm glad that was just a... Just kidding. Can you imagine waking up in a place like this and complaining? And before I give you the full house tour, of course, let me just show you where it is on Madeira. And it's worth sticking around until the end of the video because I'm going to tell you how I am giving away $20,000 and you have a chance to get it. Let's do it.
Located on Portugal's stunning subtropical island of Madeira, at just 35 minutes from the international airport, 20 minutes from Funchal, the island's capital, 25 minutes from Nick Faldo's future golf course on the island, and 5 minutes away from the gateway to the mountains. This property sits in the perfect location for you to take advantage of this island.
All right guys, welcome to the house. I'm going to give you a tour inside and outside. And I want to do it now because of the soft morning light. This is the driveway. You have your own private driveway down to your house, lined with wild grass and plants, and your own lavada, the irrigation system found all over Madeira. You can hear that in the background. This is the building, you can see, futuristic looking with the metal panels on the outside. And if you're wondering, those metal panels are designed with the inspiration of the shutters in Madeira. On almost every house in Madeira, you have these green shutters to block the light, and these panels are a modern twist on that. But this is the entrance, so let's go in. Down the stone steps and towards the entrance, you are greeted by our first piece of technology. Because this house has been designed with technology integrated deeply into it, you might think on a house like this, you're gonna need keys. You don't need keys, you just need your face. Let's see if I'm allowed in.
Access granted.
Access granted. Welcome. The first thing you notice when you come into this house, beyond the light, because light pours into this house, almost all of the walls, the external walls, are made of glass. So light really does pour into this house. It's a floating glass house. But it's the view. It's been designed so you walk in and your eyes are directed all the way down through the house, out over the balcony, past the olive tree, and towards the ocean and the horizon in the background. But it is an absolutely stunning house. So of course, when I had the opportunity to stay here for the night, I couldn't say no, could I? When you enter, you come straight into the living area, and let's call it an open living area. And this is where the benefit of having those glass walls really come into it, because the views, the light, the atmosphere in here, it is amazing. It does, well, it takes your breath away, I think. You might recognize this place if you've seen the YouTube channel Stay Classy or Jean and Amélie. This is the house that appeared on their channel. They are selling it, and of course that's why I've been invited to come and stay in it and have a look around. But this video isn't just going to be about this house. We're going to explore the area, we're going to cook something, first time ever cooking on this channel. We're going to get out for a hike. And I've just found out tonight there's a little festa, a little party in the village. So we're going to go and check that out this evening. So it's going to be a good one. Let me show you the kitchen. Now, if you know anything about me and my channel, you'll know that food and cooking is very important. So a modern, well-designed kitchen is absolutely paramount in any place I would think of buying, or at least renting or staying in. And you have it here, you have the black accent, and the black accented color runs throughout this house, but you have the gray slate or the gray tiles and the black accent. And the black accent represents the volcanic rock in Madeira. So your kitchen countertop, or countertops, should I say, is that black rock representing that. And then obviously all of the storage space and cupboards match that as well. The important thing, the wine rack. Every good house needs a good wine rack, don't you think? And the wine rack here is a little special. There is a bottle of wine from every region of Portugal on the wine rack. And if you know anything about Portuguese wines, you'll know that Portuguese wine is very underrated and can be absolutely top class. The other thing is this. This is the control hub of the house. Now you have these home pods all over the house, which are voice activated, obviously, and you can control everything from that. But this iPad is where you can control absolutely everything. For example, right now, all of the lights are on. If I hit this, everything turns off and the curtains will shut, automatically. This is kind of what happens when you leave the house. That was just the custom button. But all over the house, you have the panels on the wall where you can choose your mood. For example, there's reading mood, or there's entertainment mood, or there's garden mood, or dining mood. And the house is set up where the lights and the atmosphere will change based on what you choose. Now, if you press the button on here, everything will turn on and everything will open. It's like, welcome to the house. But I'm just gonna turn everything back on. And you can see now all the lights are back on and the curtains open. That's crazy, by the way. However, it's even more crazy than that. If you'd like to close the blinds or curtains, whatever you'd like to call them, but you don't want to press the button, you just give it a small tug and the system will understand that you've pulled it and it will shut it itself. All right, let's talk about dining. You have two options with your dining. You have this gorgeous dark wood dining room table right next to the kitchen, right next to the living area, obviously with all of the views outside as well. You also have alfresco dining outside, which is probably where I'd be eating most of the time. Through the door, every piece of glass opens in this house. You find your 500 kilogram concrete table. You've got ferns and plants hanging above it. A veranda there, again with this, I can't remember what it's called, bearded grass maybe? But it grows all over Madeira in the mountains. And that's what I mean, guys. This house isn't just built to be built or designed to be designed. Everything has been built, inspired by something or improving your living in this house. But a lot of it is inspired by Madeira, and I love that. Because of course, a house rooted in Madeira, when you've got this creativity and this opportunity, why wouldn't you take inspiration from the incredible landscape around? You've got herbs planted around and plants planted around. Look, they're growing in. They're not small, but they are still growing in. But you're gonna get this real green space and green atmosphere. You have outdoor sink and preparation because outdoor food is big in Madeira. And then you have a herb garden here, the start of your herb garden. Because there is an outdoor garden with 120, well, across the herb gardens, there's 120 different species of salads, of vegetables, and things like that. To go with the orchard outside, I love this idea. I love this idea of having things in the garden like this, rosemary here, coming out, picking some, oh my God. Even just doing that, smelling it fresh and picking it, wonderful, wonderful. So I love the idea of coming out, picking your salad for lunch and then cooking something. And that's what we're going to do. Got a good little idea for that, you're going to love it. But I'll show you the garden in a minute. Let's continue in to the living space. And you have two living spaces. I'm gonna call this area the living area. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can sit down here, read a book, chill out, drink your tea, drink your coffee, and enjoy the view. And then you have the area over here, which I'm going to call the lounge area, where you have your sofa, your entertainment system, your TV, of course, huge TV, and it's a cool one. It's one that also doubles as a painting if you have it in that setting. This is what I mean about each room, each space has its own smart panel. Of course, you have air conditioning for each space, and then you have your modes that you can choose. I'm gonna leave them all on at the minute, but you also have curtain close and curtain open. The living space and the lounge space are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, again, with the views and the light. I think the light really does make these spaces, and it's all too often in Madeira, you get these houses, especially if you're buying the older ones, and even if you want to convert them, they're not built or designed in a way to let the light in. They are functional, as it were. So the old farmhouses or the old quintas, they can be a little claustrophobic and dark on the inside, and you have to do a lot of work to try and bring that back in. But I can just imagine sitting here with a coffee or a tea. No coffee at the minute, because I've given up caffeine, but maybe a fruit tea or a herb tea from the garden, flicking through the books, the photo books, and just enjoying it, because this is about slow pace and enjoying the environment. And this is a great room for it, or a great space for it, I would say. Next up, we have the library with some pretty cool things on there, interesting things on there. Nikola Tesla's book, The Origin of Species, and of course, the one that catches my eye is the samurai sword. Do you reckon it's real? There's only one way to find out, and considering I might be going to Japan soon, and I've been before, I'm obsessed with Japan, this would be pretty cool. It is real. I thought it was going to be one of those wooden ones, one of those practice ones. Don't think it's sharp. Okay, it's not sharpened, but that is pretty damn cool. But I think it's probably best for me and the house if I put it back on its rack. All right, let's keep moving. You have technical room and utility room, but to be honest, you don't need to see those, not in this video. There's two ways to get upstairs. First of all, you can take the lift. Yes, this house does have a lift just to go up one floor. You can take the lift or you can take the stairs. I'm feeling energetic right now, so let's take the stairs. As you come up, wow, you can see the sun coming through those panels. Absolutely gorgeous. The light that comes into here and the views as well. So you've got the glass view, but look, you look out into a palm tree, another thing synonymous with Madeira, but the light just coming in and flooding in, leaving interesting patterns on the walls. Look at this one. Oh my, look at that. And as I said, those patterns are going to change throughout the day, or depending on how you have the shutters moving on the outside. Anyway, at the top you have the office. What a space to have an office. You've got your desk, your chair, your workspace, and of course, wait, what is that? It's my YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on, guys. But not only that, you have views up to the top of the island. You have the control panel on the wall, but it changes. You've got work mode, so it's fit for the space, right? You have moonlight, relaxation mode, work mode, and then parking, because the parking is out there and you can get out. The sky facades and the office facades, you can close, as I said. So let's press this and let's close it. So I want to work here and I want to cut the light. And you can see the panel closes on its own. Pretty cool. All right, first bedroom, well, second bedroom actually. It's the second bedroom upstairs. I'll show you the master in a minute, but you have a big double bed, the most incredible view, and that's the most important thing in a bedroom like this, an amazing view. Lots of storage space in your cupboards. You've got drawers and cupboards in there. And then your very own balcony. If we open that up, you'll see this view. Well, you can sit there, enjoy the view. You can open these up. Then you have the view over Ponta do Sol. This is Ponta do Sol over here. Then over the banana trees, the sea, the mountains, the cliffs. Absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I'm going to be saying that a lot in this video, I think. And of course, the master bedroom. Much bigger, as you would expect. It has an ensuite toilet, an ensuite bathroom, a Roman spa shower, huge double bed. And let me tell you, the beds are so comfortable here. Maybe the most comfy bed I've had in a long time. I'm gonna have a good night's sleep tonight. A huge amount of storage space, maybe 3 times more than the second bedroom. I'll show you the balcony in a second, but the bathroom. So toilet tucked away smartly behind the privacy wall. And talking about privacy, as you can see right now, I can see out, but if I press this button, privacy, that changes. We have privacy glass. That's great because no one wants to see me when I'm taking a shower. And talking of the shower, you have 2 choices. You have the shower, which is almost outdoors, let's be honest, because you can open the door and have the views, or you can actually shower in the space. This is a stone Roman shower, an outdoor shower, outdoor bathing, let's say. This is a shower, it doesn't fill up like a bath, of course, but this is somewhere you would come, maybe in your swimming shorts. I think I'll be using this later, as well as the pool and the jacuzzi, and obviously the shower. But for me, this room, the master room, is all about the balcony. Same view, of course, but maybe the best of the lot. You get the full 180-degree panoramic view of the coastline of Madeira. The banana trees, the palm trees, the orange roofed houses down below. You can even see there's a guy out there fishing right now in this little fishing boat. At this time of day, with the sun coming up, the day warming up in this light, breathtaking, utterly breathtaking.
And if you are looking for a larger property, but with extra space, there are other homes built in the same style. So whether you want more bedrooms, a games room, a gym, or an indoor cinema, they've got you covered. And if you wanted one with a completely different style, there are other projects on their website. The link's in the description.
Let me show you the outdoor spaces properly, because it's probably my favourite part of the entire house, are the outdoor spaces and how they integrate together. We have seen the outdoor eating area, so I don't need to show you that again. But as you walk out to that, you come out to this outdoor veranda, outdoor space, outdoor balcony, because this house is tiered. Obviously you have the upstairs, the ground floor, you have the balcony, which is also tiered, and then you have the lower area, and then the garden. So like, again, a Madeira property where you have all these tiers, especially the agricultural ones with the farming, they kind of build into the land and tier up. And when you're on the mountains, you see these vineyards or the vegetable growing plots tiered running up them. It's so beautiful. And I'm gonna say it's by design, because why wouldn't it be in this place? But if it isn't, it's a masterstroke of luck. But I'm sure it's by design and very, very smart. The outside living area is broken into living spaces. At least that's what I'm going to call it. He hasn't told me that. First of all, you have these two blue chairs, or the chair area, where you can sit down with a table and enjoy the view. It's broken by this incredible olive tree, immaculate olive tree, with Japanese moss grass at the base and the Japanese sand. I can't remember what it's called, to be honest, but it's giving me feelings of Zen and some of that wild grass there as well. And then you have a flat area where you have two deck chairs that you can lie down on and enjoy the view. So separate type of use in that space. And around here you have the pool with two stone lounges, if I can get across them safely. And also you have the jacuzzi. This is heated, thank God, because it is January after all. But in this amazing stone, white stone, and the blue water, it just looks incredible. Infinity pool, no less. But from here, from back here, you can't even see the land below. You just have water, the edge of the pool, and then ocean. Wow, what a spot. And better than that, you have the reflection of the palm trees in the pool, and then you have the reflection of the sky and the palm trees in the glass. This is a great little area. And you can imagine wine or cocktails in hand, sat on your lounger and just relaxing and enjoying peace. And then after the balcony level, you have another level. You have what I'll call the outdoor lounge level. Down the spiral steps. Yeah, out here, you have your sofa seating area, a huge sofa seating area with a smokeless fire pit. I think it's the Snoop Dogg one. It looks a bit like the Snoop Dogg one. And then you have your hammock. I'm not gonna sit on them. There was heavy dew last night, so they need to be dried out in the sun, let's say. The vegetable garden. Actually, there's spotlights, so at night, this is going to light up. That's going to look cool. But this one is huge, this salad leaf. You have 120 plus herbs, vegetables, plants, well, edibles, let's say, edibles. And they're not just normal, they're exotic. So I'm trying to look around and see there's cucumber and there's tomato. Of course, we're gonna use some of them, but I can see exotic ones as well. Super interesting, my dream. Oh man, I am in absolute paradise in that garden. So many different things in there. I don't think I would ever need to go to the shop again for fruits and vegetables, and that's been my dream for a long, long time, I must admit. So yeah, pretty cool to see that. Going to cook lunch in that kitchen. I've been threatening to cook for a long time on the channel, on both channels, and I've never done it, so this will be the first time you see me cook on the channel. But that's the house tour. What do you reckon? What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the house. I think it's spectacular. No other words for it. But yeah, I'm gonna chill for just a little bit, maybe do a tiny bit of editing, and I'll pick up with you guys for lunch, and we'll get cooking.
All right, after gathering what I needed from the garden, it's time to jump into the kitchen.
Let's make some food, let's make lunch. This is the first time I've ever cooked on camera. I avoided the salads actually, I've gone for the vegetables. I've got 2 tomatoes and I've got a cucumber because I have an idea. I think I'm gonna make a dish inspired by my future travels to Asia. We're gonna make a Thai cucumber and tomato salad to go with the steak. It's super, super easy, som tam. Actually, there's many versions you can do here because it's famous for papaya salad, and Madeira has papaya everywhere, everywhere. There's even a papaya tree in the orchard here, but it doesn't have any papaya on it. And you need green papaya, a little bit harder to find unless you have your own tree, like you will here you can make your own. So for this one, you will need tomatoes, cucumber, because it's going to be a cucumber somtam, some fish sauce, and in here I've put a little bit of brown sugar. It should be palm sugar, but of course, over here, brown sugar. 1 garlic clove, lime juice, and in the fridge, actually, I saw them, roasted peanuts. Super simple. I mean, you should have chilies, actually, fresh chilies, but I didn't have any chilies in the garden. So I've got some dried chilies that we're going to add in. Very easy, and of course, the other thing you need, if you're gonna have it, is steak. Well, you can have it with grilled chicken, you can have it with grilled pork, you can have it with squid. Last week I had it with squid, but today I thought, you know what, staying somewhere like this, why not have it with the steak? Just got to show you though, haven't I? It's not really a bad place to be cooking with those views and the outdoor garden. I mean, I really could do it out there, but it's easier to show you, to film you, to put the camera over here. It's much easier to do it here. So, first task, peeled a cucumber. Love this. This is one of my favorite dishes in Asia, actually. You get it absolutely everywhere. The difference is they make it for you. You don't have to make it yourself. And normally they have a big pestle and mortar. I don't have that, but I'm going to show you a way that you can make it without a pestle and mortar. But it is one of the truly great dishes, sweet, salty, sour, spicy, if you get the chili in. Now, what I would do, if I wasn't filming, in here, I would say, Siri, play me some music, and it would play Spotify. But unfortunately, that would be copyright, wouldn't it? And we wouldn't be able to do that. So we'll pretend, Siri, play me some music. So it actually did start playing. Anyway, so take off the ends of your cucumber, halve it. You're gonna love this, guys. It's the most simple recipe. And then scrape out the seeds. You don't want them, they're watery. How long have I said that I would cook on camera? And now finally I'm doing it. Didn't think I'd be doing it in a place like this though, did I? And then what you want to do is just roughly chop up your cucumber. You don't want any of those thin slices that you see. Just nice and rough. Doesn't need to be perfect, just chop through it. Be careful of your fingers, of course. Kind of, just like that. You can kind of do it how you want, to be honest. But that's how I like it. And then into the bowl. I mean, obviously, tomatoes over here, especially when you grow them yourself, they're gonna taste so good. Again, you want to roughly chop them. Right, easy. Next up, 1 clove of garlic. To be honest, I would crush it, but I don't think there's a garlic crusher here. So what I'm going to do, bash it on the outside and chop it super finely. There we go, get that in. Perfect. And I've got to be honest, guys, that is the hardest part done. So give it a mix, and then what we're going to do, normally this should be made very last minute, but we'll make it now whilst we're making it. So we're gonna take the juice of 1 lime, just in half. Full lime, I think. Get everything in there, because you want this to be sweet, you want this to be sour, but you want it to be balanced, right? And now, all you add in is your fish sauce, 2 to 3 tablespoons of fish sauce. And 1, for me, it depends how sweet you like it, but for me, 1 teaspoon of sugar. I've already added it in here and mixed it up, so I don't need to measure it out. I brought it from home. So we get that in there, give it a mix. And then what you want to do, which normally in the pestle and mortar, you bash it up. So I brought myself a rolling pin, and you just give it a bash. And you just want to break up those tomatoes, break up a bit of that cucumber. I mean, it's not really going to work so well in a bowl, is it? It should be in a big pestle and mortar, and they bash it, and they bash it, and they bash it. And then, when you've done that, it hasn't really worked. I'm scared to do it here, guys. If it was mine, I would be smashing it to pieces, but it's not, so I need to be respectful. I'm gonna get in a few of those chilies. Let's go spicy, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 chilies. Crush them up just a little bit, seeds and all. Get them in. I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? And then, a handful of those peanuts. And that is your salad. Taste of Thailand, right here in Madeira. We'll put that aside. And now, time to cook the steak. Oil on our steak. Rub that in. Now, I wouldn't normally use a spatula, I'd use tongs, but I couldn't find the tongs, and I didn't want to use anything metal on this pan, so I'm going with the plastic spatula. Trying to treat it with respect, but we'll get that steak in there. Hot pan, oh, you can see the smoke. But I did think about using the barbecue outside, and I don't know why I didn't, to be honest. I think I was here and I just defaulted to this. So we're gonna cook it medium rare, but turning it every minute, so roughly about 6 minutes for a steak that size. We're gonna keep turning it and keep turning it so it stays nice and juicy and gets golden. And the fat, this fat, cannot wait. I think that's about it for me anyway. So we'll take that out and we'll leave it to rest for a few minutes. Very important. It's cooked. I've cut it up and the salad is ready. To be honest, I was a little scared to cut it up on the camera because I was worried about how I cooked it, because it's quite hard to cook and to film at the same time, but I've cooked it perfectly. There you go, perfect, medium rare, maybe even towards the rare side, which is how I like it, but golden crust and juicy, tender steak. We've got our cucumber som tam Thai, and then a little bowl of rice on the side because, well, I need some carbs, don't I? But beef is very Madeiran, and this is Asia. Asia with Madeira ingredients. I'm gonna try the steak first because, come on, I'm a carnivore after all. Perfectly cooked, even if I may say so myself. Oh yeah, that is good. Very, very good meat, actually. But, to be honest, it's all about this salad, isn't it? From the garden, fresh produce, exactly kind of, you know what? When I was younger, I always had this vision or idea, this dream, that I would have my own place, grow my own vegetables, grow my own salads and herbs and things like this, and then harvest it from the garden and cook with it. I've never had that, but now I do. Yes, that is fantastic. It makes such a difference when it's homegrown. Oh, it's so flavorful. Tastes exactly like it should do, but it's spicy, it's got a kick. But you know what? It doesn't really matter how it tastes, does it? It doesn't matter how this meal tastes. It's not about that. It's about this, sat outdoors, having lunch, outside, in the warmth, in a nice climate. It's January, it's end of January, and I'm sat outside listening to the birds, the breeze, warm breeze blowing through. I can see the ocean, sun in the sky, blue sky. That's what it is about. And 90% of the time, that is what it's like in Madeira. That's why I love Madeira. That's why I moved here myself.
Right, I think it's time to get out and see the local area near the property.
All right, we're out. This is where the party is going to be later. You can see it's laid out for the party. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my. That was a steep road. I wasn't sure if I was going to fall backwards off that. The roads in Madeira can be steep, but if you've got a good car or a good bike, it should be fine. I mean, if this can get up, I think anything can get up. But I wanted to bring you out because it's not just about living in the house, is it? It's not just about the house itself. It is about the area around it. It is about Madeira. Now, as I said near the intro, this place is perfectly located in the middle of the island, like close to everything. 20 minutes from Funchal, like I said, 15 minutes from the new golf course, and then the entrance and the gateway to the mountains as well. If that's what you're into, and let's face it, why wouldn't you be when it looks like this? This is the perfect spot. And just literally a minute up the hill, this is what I find. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. You are in, I mean, I didn't lie, you are in rural, agricultural Madeira. This is where I want to be. You've got farmland, chickens up there. You've got all the little quintas, all the little houses farming the land. The lavada, another lavada, running through. You can probably hear the sound of the water. But you have the mountains, stepped, tiered. Like I said, the inspiration for the building is from those terraces, and you can see them here, a really good example of it. The valley leading up to the top of the island to the mountains. I'm trying to find a hike, I'm trying to find a little lavada to take us on a walk up here, but I couldn't help but stop. I think you can see why. All right, let's try and find this lavada. Although it's never a bad thing adventurizing in Madeira, is it? I've never been here, so I have no idea where I'm going. So it's proper adventure for me too. Look at this on the right, love it. To be honest, I think this isn't the area. The point is, there are a lot of hikes in this area. There's a very famous one called Lavada Nova, and it's very, very beautiful. But I don't think it's the right one for this video in terms of parking and walking along it. It's probably a video in itself, to be honest. So I'm gonna head over here along the coast, and we're going to go to another one called Lavada Banana. Why not? I've never done it before. Let's go check it out. I've come to the pretty coastal town of Madeira do Mar. It's just 2 towns over. You have Ponta do Sol and then Madeira do Mar. Right on the coast, the road is right next to the beach. You've got the stone beach. You can still swim there. Lots of stone beaches and rocky beaches in Madeira, but I prefer the saltwater pools, if I'm honest. But in the summer, you will find people swimming here, I'm sure. Nice little town full of bars, full of cafes, and full of a lot of bananas. And right here, what they've done is create a little banana walking route. RB1, Rota de Banana. It's not a big one, but this isn't a hiking video, so I thought it would be cool to bring you out and show you it. Madeira is famous for hiking, some world-class hiking in Madeira. And if you want to see, I have hiking videos on my channel, and you can find them all over YouTube, to be honest. But I thought we'd come out for a walk, as I say, and just show you a little bit of the area, a little bit of the community that you're in. And you cannot come to Madeira without seeing the bananas, can you? Right away on entrance, we're greeted by a big bunch of bananas. Because of the climate, fruit, vegetables grow pretty much all year round. Obviously, there is some seasonality, but so many people have bananas growing in their gardens and in their houses, and then they sell them to the community, which then sends them to the supermarkets and markets. And you can see the work they do. I mean, the amount of bananas on there, look at that. Huge bunch of bananas. You have to prop up the trees with poles to stop them falling over. Anyway, let's check out this walk. You can see the dramatic cliffs, or the landscape here, which this little town is set below. A lot of these coastal towns are set below huge cliffs. It gives a nice dramatic feeling when you're in them. And to be honest, I thought this was going to be a bit naff, but it's quite cool. It's quite cool seeing all these banana trees being in the plantations, let's say, of banana. And there are a lot of them in fruit at the minute. You can see here more bunches, but also the flower. They don't do anything with the flower. In Asia, they eat the flower and put it in salads and fry it. So it is actually a lavada, it's not just a path. You can see the irrigation system that they use here on the island. You see, half of Madeira gets a lot of water and the other half doesn't. The north coast gets an awful lot of rain and the south side is in the rain shadow because of the mountains. So what they did was create these irrigation channels all across the island, hundreds and thousands of kilometers of irrigation channels running all over the island to bring the water to the farms and to the towns and to the villages so people can use it. And people do use them still today. It gets channeled everywhere. As a consequence, what it's done is create these hiking paths all over the island, through the mountains, in the most spectacular scenery that you'll find. And everyone, not everyone, a lot of them are very different. Very, very interesting. If you're into outdoor activities, Madeira is your island. But those green leaves of the banana trees, the blue sky above, and the dark volcanic rock, the rock that is inspiring the house, you can see just how dark, how black this amazing volcanic rock is. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. But it is pretty, isn't it? With the wind blowing through it. All right, I think I'm going to break off the banana route now. It does continue, but I think I've seen enough. It's not going to be the thing that convinces you to move to Madeira, of course, or even buy this house, but I just wanted to get out and show you some of the different types of things you have in the area. Yes, you have the spectacular hikes, the breathtaking world-class hikes, but you also have things like this too. It is varied, it is interesting. There's not that many people here. I've seen 2 people. So I do just have the sound of the water running by, which I love so much. It's just nice, it's different. We're in Europe, that's what you have to remember. We're in Europe and we're walking through banana plantations on the 30th of January in 22-degree heat, blue skies. That is what Madeira is about. And, ooh, I just saw a waterfall coming off the cliff. That's what I mean here. There's always something to catch your eye. And I could keep going on about how much I love this island. But let's get back to the property. Not quite back to the property yet. Just along from the banana route, from the banana hike, let's say, is this place, Taberna de Madalena. And I thought I'd show you one of the traditional drinks in Madeira. Poncha, sugarcane rum, and passion fruit or orange juice. And this bar is pretty cool. Look at the colourful street art on the outside. It looks like a funky vibe with the dream catchers, stones painted. Nice places to sit outside. In all of these little towns along the coast, you have cool places to sit outside and have a drink in each one all along. And here they're doing their little funky vibe, I would say, with the stones. Ah, but what a view. What a view over the bananas and the ocean. This is the place. How pretty is this place? A Taberna de Madalena do Mar. Right, let's go order. Boa tarde.
Hello, boa tarde.
Uma poncha regional. Obrigado. All right, poncha in hand. I've moved though. Sitting on the front is nice. But my poor skin, with no sun cream, it's going to be a bit too hot outside. So, it's actually nicer in here. I like it. You can still see the sea. You can still get the vibe. But I'm not the only one. Those guys moved as well. Maybe they're British as well. Yeah? Yeah. That's how it goes with us. So, poncha, as I say, very traditional drink in Madeira. You find it absolutely everywhere. Made with a local sugarcane rum and made with a local fruit juice. This is regional, which is orange. You can get it with passion fruit, you can get it with mint, you can get it with absolutely anything basically. If it can be squeezed into a juice, it will be in a poncha. €3.50, which is about right. Unfortunately, I didn't see him make it. He made it just as I ordered it, but it is made fresh and it's constantly made, and they'll make a jug of it and then they'll pour it out. Yes. Don't take this as a bad thing. Wow. If poncha doesn't make your eyes close up and face scroll up in a ball, it's not strong enough. The good ones, they do that, and this one definitely does. Oh. Great little stop to try the local drink. It does do food as well, but considering we had lunch, we'll leave that and we'll save that for the festival tonight. All right, I'm back at the property. Scan my face.
Access granted.
We're good. And welcome. Everything turns back on. Curtains open. Light comes flooding in. After that walk and after that drink, I think it's time for a shower, right? That's the right thing to do. So maybe it's time to try the Roman shower. Oh, wow. Gorgeous light coming in. That's what I mean about it changing, guys. Look at the colours of that. Ready to go. Don't worry, I do have shorts on. You're not going to see what you don't want to see, although maybe already this is too much. I did think about that, considering I've not reached my weight target yet. So, this is the Roman spa. In the shower, well, in the bathroom, in the main bathroom, you have the normal shower, which does open out onto the view. You have the rain shower, as I showed you this morning. And then you have this. The door opens into the Roman spa. Very, very pretty. Never expected this, so we have to use it, don't we? Especially when the view is this ridiculous. It has, oh, hello, it's got a bit windy now, but the view is still stunning. Please get warm. I'm sure it does get warm. Oh yes, it gets warm. Too warm actually. This is, what a pleasure, what a treat to be showering outside. Showering outside for a start is an absolute treat. Showering with these views over the master balcony, over the garden and out there is absolutely glorious. Life doesn't get much better, does it? That was great. What a concept to stand out there in the elements, showering. Right, I'm going to dry off, change up, and I fancy a cup of tea. Now, you didn't really think I was going to stay at this property and not use the pool. But to be honest, given that it's January and the weather hasn't been so good recently, it's an amazing day today, but it's been a little while since the nicer weather, maybe a week. This pool is going to be cold. And I am not looking forward to this, so I've been putting it off. But after a few clouds, the sun has popped through, so maybe it's time for me to do it, I guess. Anything for the video, right? Anything for you guys. That, at the very least, jumping into what is essentially a plunge pool. Cold plunge pool today is worth a like, it's worth a subscribe. I think so anyway. Let's stop talking about it and let's do it. Woo! That is fresh. You know what? It's not so bad once you're in there. Definitely warmer than I expected. But one thing that is undeniable is just how amazing this property and this pool is. Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? Not too bad at all. I've got myself a non-alcoholic beer because I thought, why not enjoy sunset with a drink? And considering I wasn't meant to be drinking and I had a poncha today, I think non-alcohol it is. So I've gone Super Bock, Portuguese beer, at least, 0-0. Let's see how it is. Looks all right. I mean, it looks like beer, doesn't it? Cheers, guys. Thanks for spending your time with me in this video. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. I can deal with that. Anyway, reflecting on my stay here so far, I haven't spent the night here yet, but the day I've spent here and in and around the area, I've absolutely loved it so much. I don't really want it to end, I must be honest. The morning was brilliant. I mean, you saw how amazing this place looked in the morning. I enjoyed going around the area, seeing the towns around. I've been to some of them before, but as I said, that banana walk in the barn, Madeira do Mar, completely new to me, just from getting on maps and finding it. I can't wait to go for dinner at the local festival, showing you guys what that's like. But this place, in the evening, as the sun's setting, we're in golden hour now, so we've got that soft, warm light just lapping over the building, and you can see it bouncing off the metal on the outside in all different angles. It's just absolutely stunning. And all day, don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but all day, I say this a lot in Madeira, you don't often hear birdsong. It's an island in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of out of the way, so not a huge amount of bird species made it here. So compared to England, where you walk through the forest or you're in the woodland and you hear the bird song and the chatter of birds, here you don't really hear it. So immediately I noticed it when I was here, and it's continued throughout the whole day, from the morning to the evening, is the birds singing. We're in the banana plantations, we're in rural Madeira, we're in the countryside, but all day the birds are singing, flying around. I love it, but for now, it's the sunset to sit back and enjoy. Well, this is nice. Just 1 minute up the road, you have this little area on the corner next to the church. And I said earlier in the video that almost every day in Madeira you'll find a festival, and it just happens to be unplanned. Tonight's festival is at the church in Tabua, the little village where this property is located. So I thought I'd come up here, and they've put everything out. They've put the garlands, I don't really know what to call them, but the lights lining the streets, really pretty. You have the different stands that you have at all of these festivals, with half a cow for the espetada. The fire's going, you get to cook your own bolo de caco, the traditional garlic flatbread. You have chicken roasting over the grill as well, and drinks and poncha and all sorts of things. I can hear mass happening in the church. Everyone will come out later from the church and congregate here, eat, drink, party. There's a band that are going to be playing. There's a bandstand. But the locals are out. There's a few other expats out as well, but the locals are out. Everyone's friendly, everyone's smiling, saying hello as I walk around with the camera. But I need to decide what I'm going to eat. Is it going to be chicken? Is it going to be espetada? It was going to be espetada, but then I saw the chicken grilling on the grill. Now, I'm sure there's nothing against it. You have a guy here selling espetada, but then you also have one down here, and he's a lot busier. With locals, of course, so maybe this is the place to go. You can see the meat is hanging up. The bay sticks, these are laurel sticks or bay sticks. Laurel, see, traditional. Normally in the restaurants you have them skewered on metal, but here at the festivals they are traditionally skewered on bay sticks, and that's how they do it. You buy it by weight. And you can see the meat in there. He'll cut it up, put it on the skewer, and then you take it over and cook it yourself. You put it down. He was interested in my tripod. There you go. And then you can say, hola, boa noite.
Boa noite, tudo bem?
Exactly. Like this, perfect. And then I can eat. See? YouTube. I never thought I'd have that. There's a man impressed with my tripod. They're so friendly. Everyone's talking, interested in what I'm doing. It's always a bit weird coming to these places with a camera. It won't be like that for you, I promise. I get a few more looks. But not because I'm the foreigner here, not at all. Everyone's so friendly, trying to talk to me in Portuguese, of course. But nice atmosphere, really nice atmosphere. What I wanted to show you, community atmosphere, but I'm starving, so let's eat. I'm up, being cut off the leg, which is hung up. This is how it's done here, guys. Oh, gosto, it's okay. Someone wants to be famous, someone doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what a character. I wonder how many ponchas he's had. And your name?
Le boss.
Si. Sabine. Okay, and Decio and Susan. Yeah. That's my dinner. All right, I ordered a kilo, but it's coming on 2 sticks. Maybe I've over-ordered, but it can be my lunch tomorrow. I am starving. Cannot wait to get this on the grill and eating. Gonna have bolo de caco or bread, let's see. All right, he's guiding me over. Go on, you do it for me.
Fare loro.
See. Ah, here we go. This is the man you want. Salt and laurel and bay leaf goes on. See, this place is starting to liven up now. The music has started, the people have arrived, the fire is going, people are cooking theirs. There you go. If you had any doubts, any worries about fitting into the community, I've just turned up as a complete stranger and everyone's talking, everyone's smiling. The guys are helping me out. He's doing everything for me because I've got the camera. So much fun. What an atmosphere. We're done. We're ready. My 2 sticks. You can see how golden that fat has gone, how golden and crispy that fat has gone. Cooked, I think, medium rare. I've got myself a bag of bread to go with it. These portions are way too big for me. And then I've got myself a small glass of wine. Why not? I'm not very good at this no alcohol thing. I'm just gonna take a piece of that meat off the skewer, a huge stick of bay leaf. Look how golden and crispy it is on the outside, where it's cooked on that fire, and then still rare, medium rare on the inside, exactly how I like it. I'm gonna get that bread so it sucks up all the juices or catches all the juices. Food in Madeira can be simple, you would think. Meat, bread, salt, bay leaf. But oh boy, when it's good, is it good. Cooked over that fire, you get the smoke, you get the char, washed down with a glass of homemade local wine. Life doesn't get much better than this, does it? Watching an incredible sunset with that view, coming out here, enjoying the local festival, meeting the locals, having a lot of fun. Hey! Having a lot of fun, eating the espetada. Life is good, life is good.
Now, if this property is stunning by day, and it is, by night it totally transforms. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys in the morning, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this property and tell you all about this offer. See you in a sec.
Good morning from paradise. What a morning here. Birds are back out singing again. The blue skies are back, and I had a great night's sleep. Very, very comfy bed. Can't complain at all about that. I promised you I would tell you about this $20,000 offer. It is no secret that this house is for sale, of course. If you'd like to find more information about it, there's all the links are in the description, or you can scan the QR code on screen now, and that will take you to more information. There's also a more technical video of the house and the walkthrough of the house in the description as well, if you'd like to check that out. But in terms of the offer and how you can get your hands on $20,000, there is an offer that I'm giving you, just for my subscribers. If you refer someone who buys the property, maybe you know someone looking for property in Madeira, or someone who would be interested in this property and they go through and buy it, you will get a $20,000 referral bonus if they mention JoeyP when they engage about the property. If you are buying the property, who knows, maybe this has inspired you to buy the property, that offer is also valid to you too. But to get that, you have to mention the channel's name when you engage and said you saw this video. I've been told there are payment options. You don't have to pay all up front. There is builder financing available, not bank financing. It's flexible, basically. But it really has been an absolute joy staying here the last couple of nights. It truly is an incredible house. Incredible by design, incredible by location, incredible by lifestyle and living here. I've really, really enjoyed it. I'm a little sad to go and shut the door behind me. So last call, all of the information is in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
And if you were thinking of buying property in Madeira and want to find out 10 mistakes to avoid, check this video here.